Hello, everyone. This is Rob Van Bergen from Pain Free for Life. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our Canadian members. Today is a day off up here in Canada where we're all enjoying our turkey and our family gatherings. So I hope everyone is enjoying the day. But I didn't think it was worth interrupting our 10-minute training, especially with all the Facebook issues last Monday, meaning that we didn't have one. So today, I want to talk during our Monday 10-minute training about sore throats, colds, and common viruses. So even with COVID-19 still dominating news headlines around the world, sometimes it's the little colds and flus of the fall season that bring us down. It is that time of the year again, and with kids heading back to school and mixing in a way that only kids somehow manage to do, transmission of these viruses is increasing. And while it may not be deadly, it's certainly something that we want to avoid. Now, Pirogov's ring is a phenomenal tool to add to your microcurrent toolbox. When using this simple protocol, we can reduce inflammation in the neck and throat and help enhance immunity by clearing and stimulating the lymph glands and the tonsils. Now, this protocol is very, very easy to use, and it can be performed with any of the devices in our lineup. It really helps to not only relieve sore throats, but also to enhance that immune response and kind of kick the virus to the curb. Now, whatever you try with this, you're going to have a hard time doing it with just the device. Part of the reason for this is that the electrode is so big that you're going to pass over the thyroid, and a key part of the protocol is to avoid the thyroid. Now, twisting this electrode up like this is just awkward, so you're going to need an attachment. The two that seem to work best for this are the Y electrode and the bells. And I would say that the bells work far better because they are much, much more flexible in their size for avoiding the thyroid. So you're going to need an attachment. You don't really have an option. And I do prefer the bell option if you have them. So what you want to do is you want to set your device to 77 hertz. So you just turn the device on like that and you press the mode button until it's highlighted on 77. I went past it there. You can see that the 77 has the green LED next to it. And this is on the Life Evolution. If you have a professional device, then 90 hertz is the optimum frequency because that's your soft tissue regeneration frequency. But 77 hertz is working scar tissue and soft tissue as well. So this is what we use when we have the home use devices. So you're going to start vertically at the paraspinal, which is on the side of the spine. So you're going to be doing that based on the side of complaint. So if someone has like one side that's really swollen more than another, you know how sore throats often are, you feel it more on one side than the other, then that would be the side that you start the electrodes on. So as you can see here, I've got my bells attached. They're all hooked up. And with the bells hooked up, what I would do is I'm going to put both bells next to each other on the neck, and then I'm going to increase the plus button, hold it down until I feel the power. Once I can feel it, I know I'm good to set it up because you need to have one bell on the back and one that's next to it. So let's see if you can see what I'm going to do here. So I will put paraspinally, so not on my spine, I will put one bell on the side of my spine, so on the right-hand side. The other bell will sit next to it. Okay? So they are touching right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep around like this with this one bell. The other one stays in place. So I will pass along here, and as I'm going, I'm going to find any sticky spots, and I'm going to work them out just by painting the area. But I'm going to continue to sweep. Now, when I get to here, I'm going to go up like that on the chin and around, and I'm going to stop before I cross the spine on the other side. Then I'm going to go back. You can see how quick this can be. And touch the bell on the other side. Just connect it. So you can see I can sweep this really quickly with the bells. Now, each time I complete one circuit, which is one back and one forth, I've completed one of the 5 circuits that I need to complete with this protocol. So I keep sweeping until all 5 are done. Okay. So you just need to make sure that key part is that you dodge the thyroid gland. So you just make sure you go kind of up on the chin and go back around like this. With the Y electrode, this is more challenging. When you get to around here, you're going to have to kind of flip the Y electrode and then flip it back on the other side. Takes a little bit of practice to get used to it. But just because it's bigger, you don't want to go, this is an on, you don't want to go across the neck like this. So it's good to try and flip it that way. So once you've flipped it that way, you just do that one cycle, one back and 1/4. So you're back where you started. You've done one cycle. You do that 5 times. The important part is to pay attention to the stickiness of the drag on the area. So as it starts to slow down, you know you've found an active zone and you need to work that out. So you just kind of paint it in a cross until it's gone, and then you resume your circuits. So that's it. Once you've completed those 5 circuits, you've completed Pirogov's ring. This can be done up to 2 to 3 times a day if needed. It should provide immediate relief from the sore throat, but it's also working to enhance that immune response and that immune system. So it's going to really, really help people get over their colds quicker. And, you know, I've had my son been back at school for a month and he's already brought home a cold. So I can attest to how quickly this helped him get through it. So that's it. It is very, very easy to perform. And with the bells, it just kind of glides across the neck. Master this protocol and you'll find that sore throats and viruses are far easier to tackle. So thank you for joining me today for our Monday 10-minute training. If you did find this helpful, drop a like and a comment on it. The more likes and comments the video gets, the more it gets lifted up the page, which means the more likely other people are to see it, which I think is just good in general. If everyone can see the video, that's better than people missing out, because often people are kind of losing track of these things. But if there's anything that we can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is the season of colds and flus and viruses, and we have a lot of protocols that can tackle that. Pirogov's ring is just one of them. So thank you, everyone, and I'll see you next week for another Monday 10-minute training.